satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen.
EA Sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. A safe kick taken at the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll look to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And it'll bring up second down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Finds room inside the 40. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Browns. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On the move past the 40. And he is going to be out of bounds. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
On the ground, here comes Patterson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
19, it's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man. It's Diggs. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Tyler Boyd was the intended target for that one. And it'll be second and goal. They'll look to... Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Browns have it. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. And a mistake by the young quarterback, and this defense gobbles it up and takes it in for the score.
You know, Mike, unfortunately, this is sometimes just the reality of playing with a rookie quarterback behind center. You're going to get a lot of magic. You're going to get a lot of fun moments. But you're also going to get a little bit of this learning curve, understanding sometimes just it's better to live to play another day. Get the ball out of your hand. Don't take the hit. Don't take the sack. And definitely don't cough up the ball.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Yeah! And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll run here with Patterson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's taken in. And he's into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. His kick is good. And the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now he'll give it up. It's a reverse. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Motion man is Bell. Throwing now on 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
I'll outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Second and a yard.
70 Lion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there, short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. On the carry, it's Patterson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
That's into the hands of Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Start on the ground. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the left side, he's got the Njoku. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Cleveland. Throwing now from the gun. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. He's got room at the 30. Still on his feet. And he will score. Jamari Thrash. Touchdown, Browns. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Their own 22-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Vikings 18. Take go.
They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield, it's Boyd. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw again. A pass taken in by Johnson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Let's go now.
Back to the air one more time. That's to the right side and incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw on the run is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 3. And the good kick pays off. They'll only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go right and find his running back. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Browns 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect...
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this 1st half. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is hot. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A pickup of 44 yards.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll let this go for Pickens. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Run on first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Back to throw. A throw. Right side taken by Njoku.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now thrown deep for Bell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To his tight end, Njoku.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up. Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set, go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll look middle here, caught by Boyd. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Let's go now!
They'll look to throw yet again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go, set!
Back to the air once more on second down. That's complete, left side to Pickens. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
19, fire, 19, let's sing 19.
3rd and 4.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's going to be intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Right back to the air following that pick 6.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return.
At their own 30-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
19 wide. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Downfield for Njoku. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from getting.
This one popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
Set up. Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Just shy of midfield.
They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2.
First down 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Ready. 70 Lion. Track 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter.
Score Browns 35. Steelers 31.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Set. 18 left. 18 left.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Now thrown deep for Bell. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
That's hot. Left side. It's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Here's a run going left. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
1st down and more inside the 25. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to 11 on the season. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. Now an opening has the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
There he goes again.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. There's that man again. Another catch. And good work there by the defense. They stop him at the 9 to force 4th down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
And this coach finds himself in a tough spot. He understands his team. They need 2 scores. But instead of taking the field goal, he decides to go for it. And what a job with the stop by this defense.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here. And don't forget, clock to the stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Warrior 70.
They'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. That one good for a dozen and a very quick 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He'll get that one to Patterson, complete. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for a Steelers.
Back to the air one more time. Metcalf makes the grab again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That is caught at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So, certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted.
Keeps the score from 42. Steelers 37. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.